Today I want to talk about some animals. I want to talk about fox and hens and bears. Jesus, get out of here. Herod wants to kill you. When Jesus was a baby, an angel of the Lord came to Joseph when he was sleeping, came to him in a dream, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't Yo Baby. If you don't know, during Advent, Yo Baby played an angel in one of the skits we had. The angel of the Lord came to Joseph and said, get out of here, Herod wants to kill you, and go to Egypt. And that's what they did. Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, they went to Egypt, and they lived in Egypt until they got word that King Herod was dead. Well, now we have, and then after that, when they heard that he was dead, they moved back, and you remember where they moved to? Nazareth. Okay, so some 30 years later, another Herod wants to kill Jesus. I think it was a family trait. All the Herods wanted to kill Jesus. And the word comes to Jesus that you should get out of here because Herod wants to kill you. When Jesus hears this, the response is different. There'll be no running away. Jesus refers to Herod as a fox, which I don't exactly know what that is, but it's a derogatory term in Hebrew. But foxes are still dangerous. Foxes are dangerous, especially if you are a chicken. I don't mean somebody that's scared, I mean an animal, a bird. Jesus calls him, Herod, a fox, and then he compares himself to a chicken, a mother hen. He compares himself to a mother hen to show how much he loves Jerusalem and the people and how much he wants to protect them. He compares himself to a mother hen that wants to gather its chicks under its wings. Now, these are two different illustrations, two different analogies. I don't think, when he was talking about Herod's the fox, I don't think he was really trying to put those fox and hen together. I think they're two separate things. But I think Luke put this together, and I think it really does. The fox and the hen analogy does go very well together. And every time I think about fox, I think about that song that came out a couple of years ago, What Does a Fox Say? But we're not going to go there. The fox, to refer to Herod as a fox, or to mention a fox, speaks to the dangers that Jesus is presented with. It also speaks to the dangers that we're presented with. I mean, perhaps, I'm hoping no one is looking to kill you as they were looking to kill Jesus, but we have our own problems. Now, Jesus relating himself to a mother hen is very interesting. I think we like that. It's nice to think of Jesus as a mother hen that loves us, that wants to protect us. But there's a problem. And putting the fox and the hen together points out that problem, right? A mother hen may protect its chicks, but it's vulnerable. Especially against predators like foxes. A mother hen may protect its chicks, but it may die in the process. Now, we meet pastors in this area. We meet across the street at United. And this week, when we had our pastor's text study talking about all these different readings, Pastor Kristen from St. Paul said, she was wondering, why didn't Jesus compare himself to a she-bear? I mean, protecting its cubs. I mean, you don't want to get in between a she-bear and its cubs. And when she spoke about a she-bear, every time I hear about a she-bear, I think about that story in the Bible about Elisha And I love bringing this up when middle school boys give me a hard time, especially if they point out, this little landing pad I have on my head. Elisha had just said goodbye to Elijah, and now he's the prophet. He's taking over, and he leaves Bethel, and he goes into this town. This is a really strange story. And when he gets into this town, these boys are jeering at him. They're saying, "Go away, bald head, go away." And Elisha curses them, and 2 she-bear come out and attack the boys. And the funny thing about this story, that's not a funny thing, but the funny thing is, it says he curses them, the bears come out, they attack the boys, and then he went to the next town. No big deal. Back to Jesus, back to Pastor Kristen, wondering why Jesus didn't use the illustration of a she-bear protecting its cubs. A she-bear could take care of the kids, right? Could also take care of itself, right? Most potential attackers, when they see a she-bear and its cubs, will run away. They're going to give it up. A mother hen, on the other hand, will probably get hurt in the process. And isn't that the reason that Jesus picked a mother hen instead of a she-bear? Jesus, Herod wants to kill you. Get away. Tell that fox. Listen, I am casting out demons and performing cures today and tomorrow, and on the 3rd day I finish my work. Whenever he says that on the 3rd day, that kind of rings a bell for me. Jesus is not running away this time. And Jerusalem is very much a part of it. A few weeks ago, remember, Transfiguration Sunday, we read about how Jesus, James, and John went up on the mountain and Jesus was transformed, transfigured. And then Peter, James, and John saw Jesus and Moses and Elijah. And do you remember what they were talking about? They were talking about Jerusalem. And they were talking about Jesus' departure at Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. Jerusalem, how often I have desired to gather your chicks, your children, together as a hen gathers its brood under her wings, and you are not willing. So that's Jesus. One of the questions we have to ask during this Lenten season, because Lent is a season where you ask these kind of questions, are we like Jerusalem? Are we unwilling? Are we unwilling to let Jesus take us under his wings? Are we trying to stop Jesus from helping us? Is it that we don't want to admit that we need any help? Is it that we want to be self-sufficient, self-reliant? Are we like the 2-year-old that says, "No, my do it. My do it." Jesus, we're good. If we need your help, we'll let you know, but we can handle this. I think another question is, do we really want to follow Jesus? Being a Christian means you follow Jesus. You try to be like Jesus. If I were Jesus, I prefer the she-bear metaphor, right? It is nice to help other people, to protect other people, and it's also nice not to get hurt in the process, not to have to pay the price. But Jesus relates himself to a mother hen, not a she-bear, because he does pay the price. Because Jesus is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. Amen.